We're really interested in enlightened trial and error, about using experimentation as a way to learn. In the development of a new idea, any kind of innovation, there is trial and error, which means sometimes there's failure. And you can either treat failure as this career damaging thing that makes you look bad, or you can view it as a learning process. And what we found is, if you set it up in advance as an experiment, and you can do this with your internal team, you can do it with your customers, you can say, I propose the following experiment. And so you do an experiment that lasts a day or a week or 6 weeks or 6 months, and if that experiment doesn't work out in exactly the way you hoped it would be, it's just a failed experiment, it's not a failure. And if you set it up that way, then you don't have to try to cover up the thing that didn't work out. People, believe that what is really constraining creativity in organizations is fear of failure. It's not quite exactly that. It's fear of being judged, right? You see this even in small children. A boy is playing and he knocks something over and breaks it, right? A small child. What happens next? The first thing, you watch a kid, what they do is this. They look around to see, did anybody notice me breaking mom's vase, right? It's not a failure that he's worried about, it's being judged. So real world scenario with digital innovation is got to find a way to very quickly, very cheaply try your experiment, because you still have to win the race to market. You still have to make your deadlines and launch your product in a timely manner. And so what you want to do is create experiments that are quicker and cheaper than other people's. For example, in the digital gaming space, one of the things that's done, sometimes called smoke testing, sometimes called ghetto testing, is they will actually advertise a game that does not yet exist. And they'll look at the click-through on that and say, wow, this one's really popular. It doesn't exist yet, right? Popular idea, and then they'll take it to the next stage, and they'll make the beta version of a game, and they'll only release it to like 1% of the population of existing users, and they'll get the feedback on that, and then from the feedback of the 1%, then they do the big investment of making the production version of the game, which is it's a big investment, but by that time you're pretty sure it's going to succeed. And so all those experiments you did, those quick, cheap experiments, those are, and there'll be some failures there, but they'll lead to success when you actually come to market with the customer tested. It's not market research, it's real customers giving you real feedback in a very timely manner. What's key with innovation is trying to figure out the latent needs that your customers have, right? Because customers are actually pretty bad at raising their hand and saying, hey, you know what I need, right? They don't know. And so you have to put ideas out into the marketplace and see which ones get adopted. And so, what the successful companies are the ones that try more things, that put more things out there, and then the market will tell them, right, which ones they like. You want to be the company that's out there learning at a faster rate than others, experimenting at a faster rate than others. And so your percentage of successes doesn't have to be higher. You're failing cheaply, and you're having the big success in the marketplace. When they study genius and creativity, there's a researcher at Yale University named Robert Sternberg, spent 30 years studying genius and creative people, and what they found is their failure rate is the same as other people's. It's not like because they're so smart they always succeed. No, they try more stuff, and you want to be the kind of organization that tries more stuff, that puts more out there, that has more ideas to choose from when they pick the one that they can afford to bring to market next month.